questions from subscribers about sewing machines and what the best sewing machine and what features and all that. And special thanks to Sandra who asked these questions about the machines. But I want to start, but before I start, I just want to say on the machines, we're upholsterers. So as upholsterers, we don't need fancy machines, okay? We're doing cushions. We're doing 1-inch box cushions, 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch box cushions. We're doing pleated skirts. We're doing inside backs that need to be stitched and arm caps that need to be done. But if you're an upholsterer and you're doing those, you don't really need a fancy machine. And I don't have a fancy machine. I'll talk about it in a minute. If you're a person doing drapes or slip covers, you need more of a delicate machine maybe that has a few more features to it. But our machines as upholsterers, and see, this is going to be my focus coming up with our classes and all. We're separating ourselves as being we're classic upholsterers, we're traditional upholsterers, we're old school, and therefore, I used to have a treadle machine. That's how old school I am. So, but I think it's great to keep these traditions alive, and I think you can build on the tradition. I think if you're going to be going into business, if you're going to be a person that does draperies, or you're doing them now, I think you're going to enjoy the videos upcoming. But if you're a drapery person, you're probably going to look at this video and say, that's the only machine he has? But that's the only machine I need, and we try to keep it simple. So let's focus in on the machine now. So this is a Juki. So the genius of the Juki, let me just give you a little history, is that this company, what they did was they reverse engineered the Singer machines, and they came up with the best features of the Singer machines, plus they added a couple. The main thing that they added, which was genius, is a self-oiling well. That's a genius thing, because on the Singers you used to have to oil, and when you introduce oil to the top of a machine, you're introducing stain to fabric. Pretty simple. That's what happens. No way to avoid it. So when the Juki came out, they had the self-oiling, and the machine was just, it hums, it just works really well. Very reliable, very basic, very doable for beginners. This actually is a machine that you would see in sewing schools, but I use it because it's a heavy-duty machine. I mean, it really does me well. So pretty much, you have your feet, you have your top thread come down here, and it feeds in here. It feeds through. I won't show you how to feed it because that's not what I'm doing today, but I want to show you some other features. So what you have is you have the needle down below. You have your foot that you lift up like this. Right now I have a foot that I do 2 pipings in here. I do a 5/32 piping, or smaller or larger. This foot does all that. And then I do a double welt. And this is the double welt foot. So basically 2 foot. Now, if you go into a drapery shop, what you're going to see is a lot more attachments in a drapery shop, and you're going to see about 3 and 4 more machines in a drapery shop. Those people are great because they do mostly sewing. They're mostly sitting down doing their work. I am mostly standing up. So there you go. That's the difference. But the double piping is essential. Double welting foot is essential. And so you take them off. I'll show you how to take the foot off. You just unscrew it like this. Your foot, you put your handle up, and you unscrew, and I'll just put it back just to show you. And you make sure that when you tighten this, that you tighten it. They come with the screwdriver. They give their own screwdrivers, which is pretty cool. And just make sure that that's tight enough, okay? A hand tight, okay? And then I want to show you the bobbin. The bobbin's over here. Now, this bobbin actually came off. It was a mistake the last time. I'm just going to remove this and show you something. So when you're not paying attention to your bobbin, it can do that once in a while. But I would suggest to get these type of bobbins with the holes, because when you take your bobbin thread through here, okay, and when you thread it, this is important. It's easier to thread and get moving while you're sewing. You're always doing a bobbin. Okay, I'm going to show you where the bobbin is in a minute. We put it through there like so, and then we put it on the machine like this. Okay, and then what I do to make sure, you see how this just crossed down here? Make sure it doesn't cross up on you like that. Do you see that? So it's coming from your spool here, and it's coming from your bobbin thread up top. So to get the bobbin started, what you want to do is push this over, and then hold this, okay, and then just start sewing, and then stop not long, and then cut your thread from the bobbin. That makes sure that extra little thread doesn't get tied up. That's very important. Okay, and the other feature I want to show you is the thread length right in here. We have 1 to 10, or 1 to 5, sorry, 0. Now I'm on 3 or 3.5. I go 3 usually. It depends on the fabric. So and then I sew. The thread length is pretty good. And I think on the last video we did on that sofa, you'll see me sewing a cushion using this machine. And here's another tip: when you get one of these machines, don't mess with the tension at all. Once it's tuned, it comes to you tuned. Very rarely do you have to touch this. Once it's tuned, once the tension is set, leave this alone. And most people, when there's a problem, they're troubleshooting, they go right to the tension. They're moving this knob around. Before you know it, you've lost, that just right tension. So just stay away from this. I haven't touched this tension since I bought this machine, and I had it serviced once. Have it serviced is important. It's fine now. So that's basically it. Oh, and it has a reverse. That's a good feature to have. That's it, of all the features, that's probably the most advanced feature on this machine. If you take this away and you paint this black, you have a Singer machine. So they were really smart in reverse engineering this Singer. Unfortunately for Singer, 100 years of history or more, they had trouble after this company came out because everybody's going for the Juki. So lastly, the pedal. Actually, it's kind of important when you're using your machine not to, you don't want to step on this too hard. You have to get used to whatever your speed is, and it's more gentle than it looks. Some people get on this and go whoop, and then you have to get really used to that. So that's going to be trial by error. I hope you learned something. It's very basic. I'm not going in for any fancy stuff here. So hopefully we'll see you next time.